Hey screen friends, it's your favorite home inspector, at it again. Today, I drove my Jeep today without my Subaru, and I don't have a top on the Jeep, as you can see. So we're just kind of outside, chilling. Best way to travel. Well, cool, here we are. I'm just gonna hurry up and fill out some information. We're doing a home inspection today on a, what do we got? 1,300 square foot townhome, built in 2021, 2-bed, 2-bath. Again, check out this location. Oh my gosh, I wish you could smell it. Oh, what are they trying to cover up, man? Oh, good Lord. It just smells god-awful. Upon closer examination, I find this those girls. It is attic access time! Is that the worst attic access? It looks like it's all one level, you guys. This might be pretty all right. Let's, should we do a little screen record? Let you guys see what we got going on. Okay, there we go. Screen recording. Approximate square footage is 1,300. Stories is 1. It looks like it's a slab on grade, but only time will tell. The water, sewage, all that good stuff. Now some of this, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and just fill out as I sit here in the car looking at this house. But I'm going to go verify it 100%. Trust but verify, I like to say. PSI okay, driveway. Now you guys will notice I'm always putting the crack normal. Like this is Utah. We have such hard winters that all concrete cracks here. You can't stop it. I have no idea if they have a backyard. I see metal, vinyl, and artificial rocks. What do you guys see? Okay, well, that is about it, boys and girls. Pause that momentarily. Did you guys just get blinded? Straight up, hardcore, blinded. Blinded by the light. Again, check out this location. This is our house. Some spalling concrete. Looks like another one done with the wrong stuff. You guys want to go see the inside of this house? You guys, I can literally smell those nasty, like, odor improver things in this house. I open that door and it is just a pure chemical smell just oozing out of this house. These are some really crummy waterproof shoe covers. I don't have my regular ones today because we drove the Jeep. Oh my gosh, I wish you could smell it. Oh, what are they trying to cover up, man? Oh, good Lord. Let's just unplug these. Oof. God. Yeah, this is nice. It just smells god-awful in here. Oh. Was it just the one? No, there's two. 3. Just unplug that. Woo! And 4. Let's unplug this. Whew. Realtors don't do that. Good Lord. A little goes a long way. Oh. Maybe not, you guys. Hey, did I ever teach you guys you don't wear sunglasses on a home inspection? Because it blinds you. You otherwise might see. Oh, it said 2 bed, 2 bath, didn't it? Ooh, look at how tall that is. That's weird. Kick that baby down. Gosh, those things stink too. Furnace is out in the garage. Okay, you guys, this is a simple little house. I think it's gonna be a simple home inspection, and I don't anticipate finding anything super groovy, but this is what we do. You don't know until you hire the home inspector if you're gonna be having huge issues or not. Gosh, that stink. You guys ready to do a home inspection or what? Woo, look at that Jeep. They look like somebody just washed it. It's probably the second time I've ever washed it since I owned it. All right, fix the, oh wait, that's way too tight. That was because driving in the Jeep with the top off. You gotta protect your fat melon. All right. Well, let's go see what we can find on this other side of the house, shall we? Oops. Hey, gas meters. Someone's sprinklers are going, which is cool. Would guess the middle one. Well, let's see what this little tag says. 1556. All right. I'm just literally walking through these people's flower beds. Sorry. Let's not do that anymore. Go to the sidewalk, Bri. The sun right behind me there probably blinds that camera. You guys want to go jump up on this roof? Oh, look at the cat face spider. Hi, Sugar. What are you doing up in there? You guys see it? That yellow thing? It's a big old cat face. Ah, that's a cool looking spider. Wish she was out feeling braver. Wanting to come say hi to Home Inspector Brian. Here, I'll get you guys a 360 on this roof, okay? Okay, that's what we got on the roof, you guys. I told you this wasn't going to be a lot of stuff. Check out that slammed Subaru. That sucker is low to the ground. I dig me a white STI. Right, should we, oh, sorry, I just smashed you into the wall. Let's run in and open that garage and then we'll just buzz through and do the backyard. Real quick. Oh my gosh, you guys, it spilled things in here horribly. Oh. Tell me you hear that? Go service your garage doors. They all sound like this in these stupid townhomes. Nobody ever deals with them. That when they're just mass producing them, so the bottom track of that opener is supposed to be lubricated and it's not, right? All of these rollers are just squealing inside of the bars. Those all need to be lubricated and I can see none of them are. These wheels are rubbing off on the track. The track should be lubricated and none of it is. So obviously it was never done from when it was built. Pretty common around these parts. But yeah, there you go. That's the stuff I expect to see. Got a cool little find for you here. Not the end of the world by any means, but I see it all the time, and if you're building a new house, you probably don't want to let your builder get away with it. So this is a high efficiency furnace, meaning that it is what's called a 90%er, right? It runs at 90% efficient furnace. It's so efficient that even though it's going to burn fire at probably 40, 50,000 BTUs, which is British thermal units, that's what we use to measure our heat these days, this exhaust pipe can be plastic and not melt. That's how much heat it takes out of that fire is to make it work. Now, when this house is done, when you build a new house, there is a process called a manual J&D. A manual J&D means that the HVAC, which is heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, the HVAC contractor does a manual J&D where he figures out how much gas this house needs to run its appliance, and it figures out how much airflow it needs to safely run its appliances. When he built this house, they said it had a 90% efficient furnace. Well, this intake typically is supposed to go outside of the home on a 90% efficient furnace. That's what makes it so efficient, is it gets its combustion air from outside. Now a water heater, see how it's got the metal flue? That does it. That just is an good old-fashioned regular one. Now, I also would like to point out this hole in the ceiling. Do you guys see that pipe right there? So that is the fresh air intake that goes up into the attic. That is providing combustion air for the water heater. Now, when the builder allowed the HVAC guy to cut a corner and short that intake, Now I don't have enough air in this room. So when it's cold outside and that furnace is running and this water heater kicks on, it spills out carbon monoxide, and you can see these little red and blue little trim rings are melted right here on the edge, right here. See that? It's melted. See how it's melted right there too? So that is because it's sucking too much air with that furnace running. Easy fix? Absolutely. Let's just put this intake outside, or even up into the attic would be better than drawing it from in here. But those are the kind of things that the builders miss or just don't notice. The HVAC guy, you know, he saved 20 bucks. Now, what about this one? We've talked about this a bunch of times. These are these little pads that go at the corners of your doors to keep mice from coming in. And again, the builders just throw them away. They don't actually install them. And so, not a big deal. It doesn't affect longevity of your house. Might get a couple mice in here and there that you don't want, but just some little things to look out for on that new construction, folks. Julio. Backyard? Backyard. I'm going to leave that open so we can show our buyer. Gina. Or Jenna? I don't know, it's G-E-N-A. I like it when it's G-I-N-A and you can call them Gina. Anybody remember that movie? Dude, even that AC sounds like shit. Look at that. See that? The suction line on a brand new one is already missing all the insulation. I bet you they had a dog or something out here tearing that up. Okay, here's another little common one I see on a lot of houses, guys. This copper line right here, this fat one, and that's all that insulation's been ripped off by a dog or something, and that's $10 to repair it. Hey, what did we just see but a giant praying mantis? Hey, Bubba, how you doing? Don't worry, you're safe. We won't hurt you. We won't hurt you. See this? Downspout broke off, and heck, the neighbors have got bees in their yard. All kinds of good stuff. Well, cool. See, you never know. Probably not a bad idea. Oh, that one's missing too. Look at that. What do you know? Okay, well, cool. Got us a couple little widget-digits, don't we? Nothing bad though. Nothing crazy. Oh, it still smells so bad in here, you guys. But it is nice and cool now that I cranked that AC up. Come on, let's go check it out and get some bedroom outlets and windows and doors. Kind of the bread and butter, if you will, of a home inspection. There's like drywall patching and washing. Upon closer examination, I'm finding some issues, boys and girls, men and women. Days and AMs, water damage, a lot of just beat up, poor patch jobs. Very surprising on this new of a house. You guys see that? I mean, they tried patching, but kind of did a crappy job. Laundry. Hey, I got an electrical panel in here. Bad looking. You know, something I often always wonder, is the handful of little items I found on this worth a couple $100 as a home inspection? Maybe. Maybe. Well, I guess I'll run through and thermal image and do a gas sniff, and then I'll take y'all back up into the attic, huh? It's your favorite time of the day, everybody. It is attic access time. Let's see what we got. I hate attics. Did I ever tell you guys that? I have no idea what's over my head, but I can't get this piece of shit attic cover to move. There's got to be a better way to make an attic access. I don't even know what to do right now. What am I hitting on? Well, I reckon this is just as good as what's going to get, unfortunately. Oh. You're right below the fucking chimney. Pardon my French, Edmund. Edit that part out. I can't even get it to budge, you guys. Like, I don't know what to do. This is one of those tough situations because I'm just gonna have to sit here and do it with my head. It's not the worst attic access, but it's a close second. That sucks. That absolutely sucks, you guys. They did that in such a way where you can't even open that access. Put the damn furnace axe right over the top of it. It's all wedged into place. That's frustrating. You'd have to tear that piece out of there, tear all that, make a huge ass mess. Well, I guess it's a good seal. Now, that was a house, brand new house. We found a little bit of a venting issue in the utility room that the builder did. Found some poor patching, a little bit of maintenance on the AC unit. Other than that, she's a pretty great house. And we'll do a little buyer walkthrough here in a few minutes.
This is my dad-in-law, Derek.
Derek, how are you? I'm Brian Carlson, home inspector. Nice to meet you.
You finished with the inspection?
Yes, sir. I've been here for about 2 hours. I've tried to go through everything that I can on this house, you guys. I've gone through, even though it's a new house, I treat it like every other. So I've gone through open and closing every door, every window, every cupboard, every drawer. I've tested every electrical outlet, every light switch. I've opened up all the electrical panels. I've gone through with an infrared camera. Excuse me, looking for signs of leaks after I go through running hot and cold water through everything, including like running the dishwasher. I've been on the roof, I've been in the attic. That's why I'm coughing. I was just in the attic, and I should have brought a mask, but I didn't. I need to get better about that. But I've done a full evaluation, interior, exterior on this home. I mean, it's in great shape, like as it should be, but it does have some stuff going on that you guys probably need to be aware of, and it's all pretty much from construction. And so these people obviously never got inspected, so they never knew about it. Now, one of the things in 2021, we were having a lot of issues with our batch plants for concrete. So like your concrete is all spalled up and it shouldn't be. And so most likely it was a bad batch. There is an option of if you are driving on snow and pack it down with ice, that also causes spalling. And then throwing ice melt all over it is the worst thing. Shovel it, keep it clear is the best thing you could do. The other thing I'm noticing is on we have a high efficiency furnace, right, at 90%, or so it is exhausting outside, but it's supposed to intake from outside too. So when you build a new house, you have your blueprint, the HVAC guy gets the blueprint and he has to do what's called a manual J&D. If you guys have ever built a new house, that's just standard order business. What he's doing is figuring out how much gas this house needs to run its appliances, how much gas pressure, and how much air ventilation it needs to exhaust correctly. So when he bid this house, he's like, hey, cool, 90% efficient water heater, furnace, regular water heater. Well, that means I don't need as much makeup air in the house, right? Well, then my builder, right, he did not take that intake vent off the furnace and run it outside. He just dumps that in that utility room. Well, now when you go look, the only clue that we know that that's really wrong is when you look at the top of the water heater, the little plastic trim rings that are blue and red for hot and cold, which line, they're both melted. So when it's cold, and that water heater, or the furnace is running, and the water heater kicks on, there's not enough air, combustion air, makeup air, and so it exhausts into that closet. Okay, so that's one of those dumb things. Like had the person had an inspection, we would have caught it. The builder would have called his HVAC guy, said, "Dude, you get your butt over there and fix this. It's not a big deal. We could just dump it into the attic. The attic is plenty ventilation. That's fine." But it's something that needs to be fixed, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we noticed that when we looked at it. It exhausted into the...
Yep. No, that's intaking, not the exhaust. The exhaust does go out through the roof, so that's safe. It's just the intake. Now, the other thing is the whole furnace HVAC system, like the furnace is just out there vibrating. It's so loud. I don't know if it's just a crappy unit or if there's a problem. The furnace is the blower is just vibrating like crazy. Now, I know that the furnace filter is so dirty it's getting sucked in. Right? So, I mean, I just think we have some HVAC issues going on. I don't know that you have to replace it, but I also don't think you're going to get 25, 30 years out of them.
The squirrel cage might be all gummed up because they haven't changed their filters off and on.
Yep, that's what I mean. And that's kind of what I'm getting is I think whoever lived here probably has never had a house before. The touch-up work is atrocious. There's some water stain. There's just kind of somebody was living a little hard for a 3-year-old house, man. They were living a little bit hard, which is fine. That's easy, you know. A painter, a touch-up guy can come through there and fix all that stuff, and so it's mostly perfect. It's just we had those couple little issues. Now the other one that would drive me absolutely insane living here, and I'm sure that every one of these garage doors, it has not been lubricated ever, including from whoever did it brand new. That garage door squeals and rattles. And I'm just like, oh, I got it on video. Just like, that is horrible for a 3-year-old garage door. And I know it's this way in every one of these townhomes. Like, you'll hear the damn things opening. And so get it serviced it yourself. I don't care how you do it. It's really easy to do.
3-in-1 garage lube.
Dude, it's not even hard. Like, that's why it drives me insane. And it's mostly just new homeowners who don't know. They don't have a clue. So let's just run. We're going to look on the outside, just the quick meters, so we know what we're dealing with that stuff, and then we'll grab these other ones. Now, I don't know if it bugs you. It is not a code in Utah, but those whirly vents, they're just open into the attic. And so whereas like in other areas, there's codes where they got to have screens in them, and ours don't. Yeah, I had a friend of mine call me. He was like, I was online watching Home Inspector Cy in Arizona, and this is part of their code. And I was like, yeah, Utah's the Wild West. We don't have codes like that here. Nobody really cares. So, well, it's because they don't ever have a freeze cycle. We have a freeze cycle where anything that gets in your attic is going to die. So middle one is ours. They do have a metal tag stamped on the bottom so that if you ever get confused. But I have pictures of everything.
Okay.
Detailed pictures telling you which one it is and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, I used a combustible gas detector and a carbon monoxide detector on every fitting in this house. Nothing is leaking, and that should not change unless you guys change an appliance. Okay. And then whoever changes it will verify it's not leaking. Cool. So yeah, these are just those little light covers just clip off and you dump the bugs out. Cool. Yeah. So like I said, exterior we were about perfect. It's just that couple little things. So. Okay. Now I do apologize about the smell in here. They had all those stupid plug-in things, and like I immediately came in and took them out and opened up the doors and windows to try to air it out. But this is as good as I can get it to smell. It was so bad it was like burning my eyes when I came in. So like I said in here, I've opened and closed every door, every window, tested every outlet, every light fixture. Everything works great. So no issues there. It's really cosmetic stuff, in fact, here. Okay, so this bedroom, this is probably where our kid was, right? And so like as we look, you know, we can see some stains on the wall right there. I got stains on the wall right here. So did he pee on the floor? Did he spill stuff? Did they shampoo the daylights out of the carpet and get too much water on the walls? Who knows? You can see some ugly patchwork and bad paintwork. Like if you look at the crack on that seam, I'm betting that whole seam of the drywall cracked. Yeah. And then they just did a really horrible job patching it. So I could see that they caulked the crack, but then they didn't fix it. Didn't really match the colors well or whatever. And so that's kind of like going on everywhere. And those little cracks, I'm not alarmed about seeing that because I do kind of see that a bit. Yeah. They were slapping stuff up so fast, the wood wasn't properly dry. I mean, there's all kinds of things that go into it. So the cool thing is it's getting to where it's done, it's settling. And so again, if you just come in and kind of fix whatever crack, because I mean, again, you'll have them in like the corners of the baseboards have all cracked, and that's pretty typical on a new house, right?
I would never have noticed.
I know, but you're paying me to look at everything.
You're the expert.
So in here again, right, the kid, just water coming out of the tub and soaking the baseboards. Okay. But everything else in here was pretty much perfect. Good water pressure. Everything is still working and functioning, and no big water damage or anything anywhere. Okay. Just little bits.
Well, so long as there's nothing major.
Yeah, well, the furnace thing to me was probably the biggest. And then again, like, they do have these auto-closing hinges, and so you just have to reset them with a pin if you want that door to stay shut. Okay. It doesn't matter. So furnace, do you hear it? Put your hand on it. Yeah, put your hand. You can feel that thing vibrating bad. And then you could look at the filter, it's just getting sucked into the blower. I don't think you can get it out.
This is what I noticed.
Yep. So this should be going all the way up and out.
Yeah. Good gosh.
It's still shaking. I think they did a little damage to the squirrel cage. Yeah. So now, and I took a picture up here, but there's just where those two lines come in. That's where that venting issue is. So you'd have to jump up there to see it. See what I'm talking about?
All right.
A little bit of melting.
Yeah.
Not real bad, but that's what's causing it.
That's crazy.
And so that you could tell because that's only a 6-inch fresh air vent. If it was the furnace too, it would have to be an 8 or a 10. Okay. So straight up ahead, there's a hole right up there.
Huh. So you'll mention all of this in your...
Yes, sir, with pictures. So I put together probably a 60-page report with about 70 photographs documenting everything here. And then, just for fun... Is that not horrible? How do you live here and that doesn't just like eat you alive every time you open that door?
Yeah, I can fix that, Mary.
Yep.
Wow. That's noisy.
Yep, and then you can charge your neighbors $50 and fix theirs too, because I promise you theirs sound the same.
Yep. My son lives 2 over.
Oh, really?
My niece lives.
Okay, so is this for you or who's this for? Oh, okay, for you. Excellent. Yeah, you'll love it.
I just moved up from Arizona.
Oh, did you really? What part of Arizona?
I was just outside of Tucson.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna love it up here, kind of.
Except for the windows.
Yeah, I was gonna say Well, and there's yeah.
Of course, I was at Utah State for 37 years.
Oh, so you're a little bit okay with it.
I'm familiar with it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I said in here, everything in here was pretty much perfect. I don't know why I left that open. Because the garbage disposal. And then I run an infrared camera, a TIC, right, thermal imager, around everything, just looking for any kind of leak in a wall or anything. Okay. But I mean, I've run the dishwasher, I heated up the oven, the range. There's an anti-tip bracket on that oven, just like it's supposed to be. I heated water in the microwave. everything in here works perfectly. You know, there are nicks and dings everywhere. That's just part of owning a home. Yep. And you can see, if you look at like the walls, you can see where they patched with the wrong paint colors. It's just everywhere.
Man, they didn't even try, did they?
No, they did not. Yeah, that's a big
Black is white.
Yeah, they're like, oh no, that's white. That's good. Yeah, here, let's go ahead and step out here for a minute, right? Oops. 2 missing rain gutters. Yeah. So downspout there, downspout there.
Oh, there's the...
Yep, and I assume the other one's laying on the other side of the fence. And then, do you hear how loud that is?
Yeah, it is.
For a 3-year-old unit, I just don't think it should sound like that.
Should have some weeds in it too, huh?
Yeah, that's mint, but yeah, nope, that's not great. And then I'm sure this line is what brings the cold into your house, and that needs to be insulated right up to the unit. That's $6 at Home Depot, so that's not a big deal, but just one more thing to it, you know. Yeah. Yeah, if you push real hard, it kind of chills, but not enough. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see what I mean? So I'm like, it's got bad bearings already.
Yeah, it's weird.
So, not really sure why the HVAC is having such an issue, but that's kind of our issue on this house. Okay. So. Yeah, well, we got 2 more rooms to go look in, and then you can pay me. How's that? I'm going to be very thorough, if that's okay. This is what I try to do, sir. I like to look after my fellow Cache Valleys. That's right. Because I'm a Okay, so before you go, sir, I'm sorry, and it was Derek? Derek, yeah. So this is the thermostat. I have no idea why it is so tall. Normally it's about here. This is what's called a Nest thermostat. This is a smart thermostat. It has as much brain power as your smartphone does, and typically you're going to control it with an app on your smartphone, okay? If you don't want to do that, I push it, and it gives me the options, and I turn my outer ring on how it works. So this first guy...
You're going to have to give me some...
That's where I get heat and cool.
I can take care of it for you.
Okay. Oh, you can? Okay, cool. So I try to cover, because this is complex. For somebody who doesn't...
That's what I've got in my house.
We probably have... I bet you there's as much brain power in this as we used to launch the first space shuttle.
Right there. So
yeah, he'll take care of you.
When we're headed home from Arizona, I go, let's get the house a little cooler.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so laundry room, again, a little bit beat up, not bad. I did have another water stain, right? Okay. Who knows what it was. This is, it's dry, and like I said, I infrareded everything, so whatever it was, it just...
From this side?
Yeah. Okay. So this is our main electrical panel, and I have all the pictures of all the panels opened up. They're textbook exactly as they should be. Okay. So no issues there. You got plenty of room if you need to add some stuff. Cool. And then right above your head is my only attic access. So I did get up in the attic. I got a bunch of pictures. It's not the least accessible attic I've ever been in, but that furnace pipe comes up and then comes over at about a 30-degree angle, and so you can only get the access up about a foot. It's an absolute nightmare. So like, and then it's probably 14 feet up to the top. So like, if you wanted to put storage, you could. You're just gonna have to come up with a better way to get in here. So yeah, you could hear me in my video kind of grumbling, like, son of a bitch, I can't move, it won't move. And I was like, I had to stick my hand up, and I'm like, there's a chimney right there. Like, who did that? Like, put the access in the garage, and then it wouldn't have been an issue.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so this room was great. No issues there other than that little watermark. And then this is the master. Same thing in here. If you look close, you'll find the ugly touch-ups. I think some of it in here they just gave up and quit trying. Because, like I said, you got marks and holes that they just didn't even... Yeah, they just didn't even try. Right? Something splattered up on the ceiling. And so just a little bit of TLC.
Yes, I didn't want to take that.
No, so they're supposed to leave those. That's part of the house now. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. So in here again, everything in here was perfect. Hot's hot, cold's cold. I've got great water pressure. Toilets flushed, feel adequately fastened to the floor. The only thing I didn't like about this is my door binds really, really bad, and so that'll just shatter on you. And then the handle is, no, it was the inside that's loose. Okay. And so there's just a little Allen set screw that you can adjust that and tighten that back up with. There's one here and here. But yeah, I just didn't want your...
handyman to fix it.
Yep, I just didn't want your door to break on you, because most likely you're going to be barefoot when it happens.
Yeah.
So, yep, and then this bedroom was just perfect as our closet bedroom. You know what I mean? Big old closet.
Yep.
Yeah. Well...
Plenty of room for all your shoes. Right?
Yeah.
It's a great house.
The outdoor faucet.
Yes, yep, good water pressure.
My niece that was up there, hers for some reason just... wonky. Barely any pressure coming out.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that weird? Just that one. So.
That is weird.
Yeah. It's weird. They only put a faucet on the back of the house here. There isn't one
Yeah,
in front.
nope. Or in the garage. They should have
He's
done.
coming up to my house to wash his truck.
Does he really?
Yeah, I just live over by the lake.
That's cool.
I don't want to run a 100-foot hose up in my front.
I don't blame him. You will tell him it would be really, really easy to just come off of the water line in that garage and throw a spigot in the garage.
Oh, yeah.
And then you just pull it out of the garage.
That's a good idea.